video. I feel like I cannot come on this channel without saying that, but oh, didn't clear this stuff away. Um, I wanted to come on live because I have not been live since I posted that video about why I disappeared, and it was tough to, it was very, very difficult to, it was difficult to film. It was difficult to edit. And it just, I'll be honest, I edited that video maybe a few days after I filmed it. And it just sat there in my drafts in the background of YouTube, and I didn't release it because I was second guessing myself about whether or not I should release it. I was honestly like, because I already came on a previous live and told you all, like, yeah, so I filmed this video about why I disappeared off of YouTube. I already told you all, and I feel like subconsciously I told you all that I filmed it so that it will force me to edit it quickly and put it up, because there's like a time crunch now, right? After I've told you guys. So um it sat there for a while, and I was struggling with whether or not if I should still release it. I was contemplating, like, but in the end, I think like a few days ago when it, well, obviously when it was released, I was like, you know what, F it, I'll just put it up, whatever comes from it. And you know what's funny? I had to go back in and put in the chapters for it. And I was crying all over again. I'm like, how? How? Oh, I cried when, obviously, in the video, I cried while editing it. I cried uh, when I thought of releasing it. When I released it, I cried. My God, the amount of tears I've shed. I have no tears left. That's a lie. I've got lots of tears left. But anyways, it was, I'm glad the reaction was quite interesting. Someone thumbs down the video. I'm like, just leave. You don't need to be here. you know. But overall, it was quite, your responses were heartfelt. I really appreciated it. It was good to see that you all were looking out for me. I don't think you know what? First of all, the panorama has a glitch in my brain, and I think everyone's brain is a glitch with regard to time. And I feel as though, yeah, in my brain, I didn't realize it had been 4 years, you know? And, anyways, I'm glad I'm back because there's a lot I want to share. But before I share what I want to do on this channel a little bit, I wanted to know, what have you guys been struggling with, you know? What have you been struggling with your, with regard to your hair? Not your life problems. What have you been struggling with regard to your hair? I mean, of course, share your life problems. I don't know if I'll have answers for it. Probably suggest therapy. At this point, however, I do want to know, with regard to your hair, what have you guys been struggling with? What have you guys been doing with regard to your hair? What have you been working? I mean, that's a lot of questions. Maybe let's just focus on one question. What have you been struggling with your hair, especially in the last year? That's my question. Too many questions were happening there. For me, maybe I can answer for that. It's something that I struggled with from the beginning of this channel, was hair loss. You know, it was something that I was having a lot of difficulty with throughout. I kind of figured it out along the way, but especially because the grief happened, and I don't think we realize how much the grief is tied to hair. Your and the stress and the circumstances. Like, I felt like I was an animal just caged when my mom was passing away, and I couldn't release the tension, you know? So anyway, so when she passed, and my hair just was falling out consistently, pretty much. Um, and over time, yeah, it sort of recovered, and then it just wasn't the same again. And there are a few things I want to get back on that I have completely. I think I've overall neglected my hair a lot. I haven't been doing almost. I haven't. Have I been doing anything really? I've been doing a couple of things that have been consistent. Let me not lie about that. And my hair has been loving it. I know there's one thing I have not been doing at all. And when I was looking at the log of what I've, because I've been keeping a log over the years, even though I haven't been posting, I've been still keeping a log of what I've been doing with my hair. And I went back into it literally a couple of days ago. Oh, I was doing this with my hair in 2021. Like, I'm like, damn, it's a good thing I was keeping a record because I don't think I realized how much I was still doing with my hair and how well I was still taking care of my hair in the midst of everything. I think that was probably still centering for me in a way, just having something to take care of my hair. So it wasn't fully neglected. I think in this, maybe I would say maybe 2023, my hair was, I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing for a couple of reasons. I was having this really bad, horrific dandruff. It was so bad. Like there was nothing that I could possibly, and more hair was falling out because of that. It was such a bad, it was horrible dandruff. Like when it's so thick, you can lift it like like a thick layer of skin, like a thick scab. That's the best way I could describe it. And nothing I would do would heal, like would stop it. I couldn't. It was like, oh, there's nothing I could have done. I was doing apple cider vinegar overnight. That wouldn't stop it. And it was like a fungus. I don't know how to, because there was this white patch right here that wouldn't go away. And then the whole, like it just started here and it just spread to my whole scalp. It was like a fungus. I don't know what the hell it was. What eventually stopped it was castor oil. I put castor oil and I put a little bit curry. It was heavier on the castor oil and a little bit of the olive oil. And I think I came across it because I started doing it because I came across something on Facebook that, I mean, castor oil heals, right? So whatever it was went away after a few overnight hot oil treatments of that castor oil. And I never stopped those castor oil treatments, hot oil treatments. Um, I switched it up with adding some shea butter and stuff. But other than that, that was the one year no matter what I did, my hair wasn't responding. So as I said, I tried the apple cider vinegar, the scab that was on the layer of a scab that was on my hair, my scalp was, it was still there. What else I tried a couple other things. I tried the overnight aloe vera juice. Nope, nothing. That didn't work. What else did I try? I remember trying quite a few things, and I try to exfoliate my scalp. It will go, and literally the very next day, the scalp will be back. And my scalp was raw. That was a terrible time. A terrible, terrible time. Because my scalp was raw and getting inflamed. I think 2023, that was the most horrible thing with my hair. So prior to that, and then I stopped a lot of the stuff that I was doing because my hair was just not healing from this thing of a fungus that was on I don't know what it was. Um, and eventually it went away. And prior to that, I was very consistent. When I look at my log of what I was doing with my hair was thriving. It was doing really well. And that just threw a wrench into things. And then this year, I feel like I've come back onto it. So, um, I definitely want to hear from you guys. What have you struggled with? I know I've been gone a long time. You don't have to tell me about all the 4 years. You can tell me about just maybe one big thing, maybe in the last year or so, year or two. that have been a struggle for you with your hair. I'd love to hear about it. I would love to read about it. And I look forward to catching up with you guys. Bye.